Here we go. Hi, everyone. This is the Donnie and Pat show. And this is Donnie, and I'm Pat. And we've known each other for over 40 years, and we've learned a thing or two. And we'd like to share some of what we've learned in the hopes of helping people. So, this morning, we're going to talk about detachment. And a lot of people think that detachment means that you don't care, but it doesn't. It means getting some distance from what you think the outcome should be. So, Donnie, do you have an example?
I probably do. Yeah. This is not as much from my personal life as from really just working with parents who, whose children sometimes have challenges. And um, as parents, we often get very attached to how things are going to turn out for our kids. Even when they don't have challenges. But when they do have challenges, it's even more so that we want things to resolve in the way we think they should. And being detached means that you strip away a lot of what you want in that situation down, strip it down to its essential, basically, which is as a parent, you want your children to have the very best outcomes in their lives as possible. And you may not actually know what that looks like,
Yeah.
right? You may not know what that is. And when we try to impose our our specific desires on in situations where really we don't have control, especially, uh, it can cause us to feel kind of yucky and frustrated and powerless. But I think when we just kind of look at the situation and say, okay, I want the best for this person. I want the best for them, and I'm going to stand by them and be with them as the best comes to them, right? It's hard to do that sometimes. But as I hope that example shows, it doesn't mean that you don't care. You still care. You still care very much. Um, but if you are able to detach, it's almost like saying to the universe or the divine or the source or whatever your word is for that thing that we don't fully understand, but we are aware of. Let that be the answer. Let the answer come from that place, uh, if you can. If you can. Sometimes it's hard to do that. That would kind of be my kind of a broad example.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
What
So I'm
example do you
thinking
have?
about my last job search that I did and how I wanted a job and I needed full-time work, and I was really wanting uh, something. I thought I knew the kind of job that I wanted. So when I
Hmm.
was applying for it, I was desperate, and I was kind of frantic.
Hmm.
And I wasn't getting the jobs. I wasn't doing well. I was messing up the paperwork. Things were happening because I wasn't uh, thoughtful enough, and I couldn't be. I was too emotionally involved,
Hmm.
which is understandable when you're needing a job that happens. But when
Right.
I was able to step back a little bit, and I was able to see more clearly what was needed. My
Mm,
emotions, they weren't in the way of me seeing what was needed and how I needed to do things. And then I got a job. I stepped out of the way. I got out of my way. I got out of the universe's way,
mhm.
and so the divine was able to act in that. And
Right.
I'm in a good place. And it uses more of who I am and my skills, like my empathy and uh, my ability to connect and in a fuller way. And I help
Mhm.
people a lot. So it's been really good.
I think that's a really good thing that you said about the you were kind of blocking your blessing.
I
uh,
was.
which people are, I think a lot of people are familiar with that phrase. Blocking your blessing often is just refusing to detach from the outcome.
Right.
Sometimes that's all that is.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you had that particular example because I think that's a good one for people to kind of get uh, what we think detachment means anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Because I certainly cared about getting a job.
exactly.
But in fact, getting that distance allowed me to be more productive in the search.
Hmm. Hmm.
And yeah, I was able to write better cover letters. I didn't have mistakes and it was just better. Yeah.
Right, right. And sometimes it's like uh, it's an exercise in faith, actually. Like when you can
Yeah.
detach, that's as good as saying, okay, I've said what I need. I've been clear with
Yeah.
myself, right, about what I need.
Yes.
I need a
Yeah.
job. All right. Now, I'm going to let go of what that job is going to look like specifically, but I'm going to let go of it, and you're going to, because I have faith. I have faith that my need is known and it will be answered, right?
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. Oh my God.
Yeah.
To just go, okay, okay, you got it.
Yeah.
And sometimes the trick is to be able to just relax into that, right? It's hard to relax into being detached.
Yeah.
Uh, but the more you can do that, the better, I would
Yeah.
say. Um,
Yeah.
did you want to add anything? I don't think I have anything else to say about detachment.
I don't. I don't.
I would just say, keep trying, keep trying to exercise that muscle. Because
Yeah.
the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So it's not really the very enlightened, it will be easy for you. But for us mere mortals, maybe not. But the reward for continuing to try is very great. Uh, we hope that this has been in some way helpful to you and that you will share it with somebody else who you think it could help. We'd also love to hear from you. Comments, ideas for things you'd like us to talk about, your reaction to what you're hearing from us. All of that is wonderful. It's like gold to us. We would love it.
Yes.
But for now, or until the next time, I'm Donnie, that's Pat,
Okay.
and we'll see you on the next video.
All right.